Although the MCU has brought back Krysten Ritter's Jessica Jones after a 7-year hiatus, her future just got a lot more complicated, and I absolutely love it. Sure, we get a great team-up with Matt Murdock's Daredevil, reuniting the Defenders duo for an epic raid on a warehouse full of illegal weapons. However, we got so much more with Jessica's return in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, thanks to some pretty big changes to her overall status quo from when we last saw her back in 2019. What makes Jessica Jones' new MCU comeback so much more compelling is that Jessica hasn't just been in limbo. Major life events have happened in the interim, as well as ongoing changes that will no doubt have some significant consequences and effects as her MCU story continues, both in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 and beyond. Essentially, the new revelations about Jessica Jones following her debut in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, Episode 6 have added some brilliant new layers of complexity, and definite complications, to her life going forward, something that will be very exciting to see as Marvel Studios continues fleshing out the street-level corner of the MCU. Jessica Jones' MCU return came with some major surprise twists, image courtesy of JoJo Wilden/Disney. Probably the most expected and heavily theorized change with Jessica Jones' MCU return was the reveal that she now has a daughter named Danielle. Mirroring the original comics, Jessica also has a daughter on the page, with Luke Cage being Danielle's father. As such, the same is more than likely true in the MCU. That being said, a more surprising reveal is that Luke Cage is presently absent from Jessica and Danielle's lives, though it's implied that this is because he's doing covert government work for Matthew Lillard's Mr. Charles, who works for Thunderbolt's Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Furthermore, we also learn that Jessica's powers have changed ever since Danielle was born. According to Jones herself and seen during her team-up with Daredevil, her invulnerability and strength apparently come and go at random, unpredictable times, something that naturally makes things far more challenging for the enhanced private investigator. Although Jessica Jones is still the same Defender we're familiar with from the bygone Netflix era of Marvel shows, these new changes are absolutely fascinating to think about, including how they'll continue to affect her confirmed future in the MCU. I'm now even more excited about Daredevil, Born Again Season 3. Across the board, it very much looks as though Jessica Jones' debut in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 is setting up some major threads that can later be addressed with Jones' confirmed return in Daredevil, Born Again Season 3. Not only is Krysten Ritter already confirmed to return as Jessica Jones, but she'll also be joined by Mike Colter's Luke Cage and Finn Jones' Iron Fist in Born Again Season 3, giving us a full-fledged Defenders reunion in the MCU next year, a full decade since their Netflix crossover series. As such, one can expect that we'll get some answers about where Luke Cage has been, and perhaps even more conflict with Mr. Charles. Additionally, it will be lots of fun to see the new family dynamics between Jessica and Luke as Danielle's parents. Likewise, the changes to Jessica's powers no doubt open the door to greater risks as her MCU story continues. While we may get some of these answers by the time Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 reaches its finale, it's exciting to know that Jessica's story is set to meaningfully continue even further.